project brief was to take a relatively ordinary inner Sydney apartment and turn it into a concrete bunker. The process that I go through on every project, that I take those, the obvious constraints within a job and really turn them into their strengths. My name's Matt Woods. I'm an industrial designer pretending to be an interior designer. Perfect Storm is the home of my preferred builder, Sam O'Flaherty, and his partner, Louise. Sam and I had talked often about doing something in here, and we played around with a lot of different concepts of what it could be. Ultimately, Sam came to me one day and said that he wanted to do a concrete bunker, to which I replied, "Are you sure?" And I'm a big fan of brutalist architecture, and that's where my mind immediately went to when Sam said a concrete bunker. We're in Camperdown in Sydney. It's sort of a fringe CBD suburb. Lots of old warehouse converted buildings. Originally this was a 1890s biscuit factory. The only thing remaining from the original building fit out was the concrete floor. We were sort of restricted in that it is obviously a loft apartment, and it has a relatively small footprint. The kitchen and bathroom locations obviously were fixed with their services. Sustainability is a big key factor of what we do, so I was very conscious of not having too much concrete within the interior space itself. We're often being very clever with how we use finishes, and one of the things that I have used in the past is a paint finish from Porter's called a French wash, and I knew that we could achieve a very similar finish to what Sam and Lou were after, doing it via the use of a paint finish without having to use extensive amounts of concrete within the interior space. But for me, when I think of brutalist architecture, I think of very simple geometries, not a lot of complexity to the forms. The big curved cornice which runs around the whole perimeter is a plaster cornice. The monolithic sort of form of the kitchen counter is a simple extruded cog, for lack of a better term, but it's a very repetitive form which does happen through brutalist architecture. Part of our general methodology of working is supporting local makers and designers, so it was very important to have as much local furniture in here as possible. So within the stools that we have in here, they're Dow Jones stools. We've got Volkerhag lighting. The custom pieces in here are made by Jonathan West. Also, Sam has a good relationship with guys over at Fred, and I'm a big fan of the Fagoa collection. So there are two entries of the apartment. One's the main entry, which connects to the communal areas of the development, but there's also an entry that comes in off street level. So coming in off that veranda, you come into a central living area which overlooks the kitchen. Well, the double height ceiling gave us a good opportunity to make use of a big double height glazed wall which faces westwards, which was an opportunity to be able to play with those more moody tones of the interior and still have it being bathed in light in the late afternoons. Then coming back into the space, obviously the double-heighted ceilings lead up to the bedroom. In the bedroom we have a custom joinery unit. The big halo light, which is one of the, key design elements of the project, is a custom-made light which we made out of LED strips. It just made a lot of sense to me to really drag the eye up on entry and just to create that real wow factor within the space. Working in a builder's home, I guess some builders' homes are half finished, but Sam's definitely gone to the full effort of making everything perfect, and that's one of the great things about working with Sam is his attention to detail. And this is definitely the project I've been most happy with. This is an oasis. This is an environment that Sam and Lou can escape from their relatively taxing creative jobs and just hide away in their inner city concrete bunker.